Not got grabs.
What a way to start a hangout. And I'm live with the Millers, Morgan and Jeff.
Yeah, sure.
And will we be... Sorry, oh, massive burp.
Nice one. There's another good way to start it.
We'll be talking about this Warship, which sort of fills the gap in between episode...
That's Warship, not worship.
Did I just say worship by mistake?
No, you said Warship. I'm just making sure people know that it's not worship, it's Warship.
Was my pronunciation slightly English, slightly British?
It's like...
A little bit of a difference.
Yeah, it was. But that's okay, Ben. Because
Yes.
you are British. So we expect it.
Yes.
Sometimes it just kind of, certain things just sort of make me chuckle, but that's okay. I'm sure there's probably something I say that does the same thing for you. I don't know. There better be.
Oh, yes, because you want some individuality. More.
I want all the individuality. All of it.
So, I'll go through a little bit of the... First of all, I'll have a read to see if there are any spoilers in there, because, things happen. Oh, here we go. I can show you them all being old.
I can't see it yet. Hold on. Well, I mean, you can show it if you want to, but I can't see it yet. So.
Some of them have aged better than others. Like, for instance, I'll try and show you... there's Callie. I suppose she's aged quite well.
I guess I'll see it later when I watch the video.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that because you're in the application? Okay. There's Jacqueline Pierce, who's now bald. You got Sally Levette looking like an old gran. So, Jenna. You got Blake.
Maybe it's better I don't see these. Because, it's easier for me to imagine them, being the same age.
Nick Caddy looks pretty similar. The NF. There we go. In fact, I will readjust the light and move the webcam so I have a better view of the oldsters. There we go. I don't know, you can't see it. All right. So let's go. Jan Chapel. Okay. There's Villa. Can you see this at the moment? I think you said no, you couldn't. Okay. I'll take that in. Can you see it?
No.
Oh, how come?
Because my screen is not showing it.
Oh,
What's wrong with your life?
Is it just showing a black square at the moment?
No.
Or I'm just wondering if it's me or... Is it usually like this where you don't see it?
Sometimes, not always.
Right, so Blake has gone up a few sizes. And there's Avon. Right. Right, then put that back in there. Right. So we've not really learned anything much so far. Yes, Ben, people get older. More's the pity. Right. So in between episode B13, the finale of season B, and the start of season 3, where spoilers happen. Right. Oh, there they are being old again. Right. I think, first of all, we can talk about your favourite subject when it comes to Blake 7. Jenna. What do you think about Jenna in this episode?
Did you hear Morgan's question?
No, sorry, what did he say?
He said Jenna or Jenner?
Jenna.
I vaguely remember that she existed.
Ooh.
She yelled some stuff. Avon was like, do this thing, because, yo, I'm, like, in charge now, because I'm, like, just totally telling everybody what to do and do it and do that thing. And Jenna was like, some stuff is happening.
She got on an alien spaceship and, like, killed an alien with, like, a little instrument. That's pretty hardcore. Morgan would give us some points for that.
He just said he didn't remember that. An instrument, like a tuba?
I think it was like the subatomic probe, they called it. I don't know what that is, but Villa said it's dangerous.
Very well.
Pardon?
It doesn't sound like it would hit the notes very well. Should have used it like a clarinet or something.
Okay. So do you think Jenna is more assertive and hardcore in both this story and the audios you've heard previously?
X.
Okay. Right, what did you think of the sound production?
Very good. Except, so there was a few things, but I'm like, I couldn't tell whether it was actually in there or was meant to sound like that, or whether it was like an audio problem with us. Because like when they first went down to the planet or wherever they were supposed to be.
Yeah, it is a planet.
Okay. It seemed like the sound like would kind of go down. Was it supposed to sound like that?
Yeah, because there was a lot of weather in the background, and it was almost like simulating like when you're outside in a storm and you can't really hear the other person.
I didn't really hear the actual storm sound though. It just seemed like the audio dropped.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe that could have been more effectively demonstrated. But most of it seemed pretty cool on that.
Yeah, there's a lot to imagine in this episode. Because you got to imagine Megiddo. This was this dwarf planet with an elliptical orbit. You've got the aliens outside the ship. Sort of weird alien attacking. You got the aliens coming inside the ship.
Yeah, you got double rainbows. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine.
Now, folks, if I suggest you listen to the CD in order to know which bits are real and which bits are Maximum Power-esque BS by Jeff. The only way to know is to listen to it.
Yeah, the only way to know. They definitely can't tell. My favorite part was when Zorkon led the Roe Beast in to attack them.
You know, I must have missed that bit.
But then Blake, Avon, Callie, Villa, and Jenna formed Voltron and defeated him.
Comment. Hopefully, I get a YouTube comment. Host deals well with his guest, who seems to be in a
what?
I don't know.
In a coma?
Not necessarily in a coma.
In a state of apple juice induced euphoria?
In a individualistic mode. Nice and vague.
Mode? That's my life, dog.
So, do you want to tell me about Megiddo? And then I'll fill some gaps in about what it is. So, what is Megiddo?
No, don't ask me questions, man.
Morgan, do you know what Megiddo is?
This ain't no pop quiz. Dead air.
I know. I'm waiting for Morgan to answer the question.
You're going to be waiting a long time.
Okay. So Megiddo is a dwarf planet that seems like an artificial planet or a dwarf.
It's a Scottish bagpipe player.
Okay. Folks can check that out. It's got
played by Angus McTuffle.
And it's got Jonathan Campbell himself. It's got an underground complex in it. You've got these human beings that's part of the OS in a deep coma. They've been there 200 years. Basically, it's a massive bomb It's the
I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay. And then
I think that's his third sigh in the same video. That might be a record.
yeah, well, you know, people might ask why there's a sigh. Cause and effect. But I am coping okay with his Jeffness. Right.
Got your cope. Dipping on that cope.
Right, so towards the end, Megiddo explodes, takes out most of the... Pardon?
I said, whoa. It explodes.
Yes. Explodes, takes out most of the Federation, so most of the Andromedan fleet, who sort of sound like this.
That was even better than your Aurak impression.
Marvelous. Maybe that could be a character in your audio. And maybe what we could do in future is talk about your script, your play.
Maybe what we could do is jump off a cliff.
Oh, I think your play is better than that. If you jump off a cliff, how am I going to do hangouts with you in future? You got to think of people, Jay.
From falling off the cliff.
I think it's either. I remember they're saying that Serverland kept back 40% of her fleet, but I think they said like 60% of the Federation fleet was destroyed, or it might be 60% of the 40% that was used there. I don't know.
The 30% of the 60% of the 40%. Well, only 23% saw them, and 39% of those still believed 70% survived.
Because maybe the 60% was still... In fact, maybe, I think, because they were bringing the other ships up, and the fact
that... Doesn't matter, Ben, because only 1% of them can have all the wealth anyway.
Yes, Bernie Sanders is a type of character and that is BS. Bernie Sanders is BS, yes.
Those are his initials.
I know. And then there was a little bit of a Macbeth reference where Avon was going on about to Blake, sort of saying, oh, you want an audience, and that sort of implying that death witnessed by no one signifying nothing. Right. So it explodes. Star 1 is destroyed by the Andromedans.
And then Avon came out of the bathroom, and you hear a toilet flushing sound.
Actually, I don't recall that. So much stuff happened in this episode that I failed to pick up on.
Like nobody goes to the bathroom on television. It's uncanny. Or on audio.
Well, actually, in one of the early episodes of Babylon 5, they're having a slash in the toilet and having a conversation between Garibaldi and Sinclair. Now, I would have called Garibaldi Biscuit.
I stand corrected. Apparently, Babylon 5 is the only show of any time that had people in the bathroom.
Or I would have had somebody say, because he was bald, hello, Gary, Baldy.
No, they have their moments like... Homicide had some scenes in the bathroom, so it does happen from time to time.
Whoa. Blake 7 review. I won't talk about Blake 7 when we're doing a Homicide review.
But you talked about Babylon 5.
Oh, gosh darn it. But the creator of Babylon 5 is a huge Blake 7 fan. And actually,
how do you know he's not a huge Homicide fan? Maybe he is.
Well, he's not talked about it. I don't know. Maybe he has talked about it. Maybe we'll have to review.
You haven't heard everything he said?
It's best not to, though, because he'll talk about the ending.
Over lunch, he totally talks about Homicide.
Well, once you've watched the ending, then, best to keep away.
You know who talks about Homicide all the time? The evening news. Like, all over the country, in the world. Like, they're always talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right. There's no arguing with that.
Whereas, they don't talk about Blake that much. I mean, every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like A.A. Ron Balake. They talk about him.
And especially when the actor died.
Well, okay. I guess they probably would have talked about it then.
Yeah.
At least over there, across the river, the pond, the minnow hole. over there. Here most people don't know who he is, but maybe some people who watched it when it was on PBS back in the day.
Right.
Like I told you, my brother watched it more than I did, so he actually might remember some of it.
He may have seen B13. So, what did you think of the dialogue?
Sparkling.
Right, like a fine wine.
It made me want to fire up a cigar and throw money into the fireplace.
Put on a smoking jacket.
No, that's too hot.
Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, it's too hot.
So, Morgan, what did you think?
The guy said he's working on the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, said like the landlord was giving him like, it's going to be $8,000 or something, and so he said he was going to try to go through somebody in Houston.
So we can finish with Morgan. What were your thoughts on the episode? Or what are your thoughts on the episode?
His thoughts are weird face.
Does it at least go above the trash status? Is it non-trash or trash?
I wasn't paying attention to it.
Ah, but what you did hear, you didn't think, oh, this is trash. Okay.
The kind of being adjacent to its playing, therefore hearing it, it sounded like there was too many non-essential subplots going on, and it kind of drew away from the focus of whatever was actually going on, which didn't seem like much, because it seemed like it was a bunch of convoluted subplots that didn't make a whole lot of sense, and then maybe a couple things actually happened the entire time.
What didn't make sense?
I don't know. Why are any of the things happening? Like, why did Jenna randomly jump on some random ship and then shoot a guy? Why? Or beat a guy? I don't know, whatever.
Because she couldn't get back in the airlock.
What about an airlock? Okay,
Because
why the airlock in the first place? Because the stupid, weird, disintegrating ships throwing mines on other ships. Why is that even?
Well, the Andromedans, that's sort of there.
What purpose does it? In that planet, it was the bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb. Of course, that was still convoluted, and every line Callie had in this entire episode that I heard was just NF trash.
Yes, true.
And then the mines. Why mines? Why is this even in the episode?
What, with the little aliens?
Yeah, sure, the little aliens.
Well, it just shows them to attacking the ship to get a bit more jeopardy, and to get Jenna outside, and then in the alien spacecraft.
Why is she in the spacecraft?
Because she couldn't get back inside the ship.
No. Then doing a loopity-loop of cause and effect. I mean, what is the purpose it serves of her going into the spaceship plot-wise?
I think she said that she was going to...
But she didn't. She ended up not even going out of the ship. She gets, like, teleported back.
Yeah, and she was pissed off by that.
Does anything else happen with that other ship?
No, she said something about doing a
Why did it
slingshot.
ever happen?
I think she was just improvising.
It doesn't matter. Why did someone write in something that really just didn't matter? They wrote multiple things that led into each other and led to nothing.
Maybe they just did it in order to give her something to do.
I get. So anyway, that was trash. And I vaguely heard Supreme Commander Chica saying some stuff, and something exploded, and maybe they left the ship, or maybe they just flew away.
Yeah, that scene seemed like it was tacked on in order for them to be like, hey, we got her back to be in this scene. Like, let's have her say some stuff. And they have a little exchange. Oh, it's Servalan. Yes, it's me.
Yeah, I mean, it says
that was
full,
the exact dialogue, too.
I mean, it says full cast audio, so you might as well, you've got to try and crowbar everybody in.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have the ghost of Gan checking in. What's up with that?
Oh, people don't care about Gan anymore.
What the? Oh, you're just gonna smack down all the Gan lovers in one set? Man, he's got like
Oh.
the whole GAN fan club is pissed at you now, Ben. They're not going to watch our views are going to drop from 9 to 6.
9? You think we get 9? We get 9 is
Yeah.
9 is amazing.
What you talking about, man?
We get about 2 or 3.
What you talking about?
And some of them are not me going in the video manager and then.
I'm seeing more than that. You're overestimating yourself.
Okay,
Okay.
that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Right. I think that's about it. We got a
Makes
decent.
so much sense. I set my hair on fire.
So you understood the Megiddo thing? I think it was slightly going on about the
Yes,
human.
I'm planning on basing the rest of my life on it. It's my new
Right.
philosophy. I'm now a Megiddoan.
But yes, I will take Morgan's point on board about the Jenna getting on the alien spacecraft
The little aliens leading her in the spacecraft, all of it was useless.
just to have a sequence of her own.
Have stuff happen.
Yeah, it should have been like, like she goes out on like the motorcycle spaceship craft and she's all like dodging aliens and shooting them up and, it's sort of like that scene in Star Wars where there's that one guy doing the stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
But-
yeah.
But the sort of excuse that they used is that they're trying to get these little limpet type, barnacle type aliens off the ship. They engage the radiation flare to sort of like repel them off the surface of the ship. But it would also repel Jenna and Villa, and they have to get inside quickly enough. I suppose and then Jenna decides, she won't be able to get in there quickly enough, and then she pops into an alien spacecraft and somehow knows how to fly it with her superior flying skills.
Yeah, she figured out how to fly the Liberator by poking some stuff.
Although, when she went in the first episode, she goes in and there's a sort of and the ship's computer sort of melds into her mind, and that's why they call the computer Zen. And she did say initially that, I might be able to make it go backwards and forwards. Well, I mean, principles are pretty similar,
Backwards and
I
forwards.
suppose.
Yeah, don't you're confusing them.
But the alien spacecraft, which is like really alien, right? Okay, I'll
Alien,
accept
huh?
all those points. Right, so basically, it's just a crowbar and action sequence.
What percentage alien would you say it was?
Totally alien, because they were.
So 100% alien.
Yeah.
Opposed to those ones they've run into before that were only 79% alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
When
then.
did they establish that?
So, let's see what the comments will be on this, if we get some comments.
Join us next time for Warship 2.
Actually, it's the first episode of Season C, and it is called Aftermath. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, even though...
Yay, no spoilers.
Okay. Right, so...
Hey, wait, one more thing, though.
Okay. Give me the thing.
What do you call it when you turn in your math test?
I don't know. What do you call it when you turn in your maths test?
Aftermath. Four side.
An extra big one as well. So it's goodbye from me.
Toodaloo for me.
Ooh.